Hey everybody, it's Amanda. I am doing another collaboration with Yara, and this time we're going to talk about, or we're going to get information on all the different groups that people channel and what their purpose is for interacting with us, why different types of messages from different types of beings and things like that. Do they have agendas or what? Why do they communicate with us? So I haven't looked at Yara's channeling, and she did hers before I did mine. So we like to do it blind to see what common themes there are in both of our channelings. So I'll put hers first, and then I'll put mine at the end. So see you in a minute.
We are the makers of source and further makers of further makers of further makers. We greet you with so much love. Now, the vessel of Yara had a specific question to why there are so many different sources of so many different qualities of energy for the moment prevalent in your moment of the now. Now you must understand this particular time where you're at now. Though every time moment, so every moment of the now has a particular quality that is embedded in everything else. Though we'd like to look at this particular time quality that you are in, as we are always saying, everything is happening concurrently. And at present, as you are as such, or seeking an experience on this particular construct of your planetary consciousness Gaia, or simply your construct, there is such a diversity. There is such a huge diversity of you all being connected. And there is no separation, no as such segregation between the ones that are asleep, that you term, or the ones that are awake. Everybody has their specific place in this particular time quality. Now, as we were saying, there is such a diversity where everybody is seeking their own experience. And we have been repeating over and over again that there always has to be a certain frequency match. You are, as you know, you are energy. And energy is vibration, and vibration is translated into frequency. Frequency can be hertz, sound. But there's also your own personal photonic spin. You are made up of that, and you are embedded within further energy. But within your experience, as you placed your own particular veil, and as such embarked on that experience, and shaped it with your free will as such, you are at a particular, let us say, frequency match. Now you must understand that for, let us say, when you have the wish or the desire to accrue, or to, let us say, to expand further, there has to be a particular frequency match with particular, let us say, messages or transmissions brought through. Now, what is the difference? The difference is that you are as such your own, let us say, other consciousness fields that you are feeling absolutely compatible with. And as you as such expand further, another let us say, consciousness field is more congruent in your expansion, or what you might term in your linear time construct, growth. You must understand and remember that you are already perfect, and we always emphasize that you shall know that you are seeking experiences because you want to seek the experience. Now, the question is certainly, why are there so many different, let us say, what you might term atrocities? You certainly have constructed or manifested or built yourselves or various constructs. But we concentrate on the one now, for the ones that are hearing this now, that are open to this now. And so we will engage within that particular construct. You must understand that you are not separated from, or let us go back on that. You experience or you absorb through your media that you live in a place of separation and segregation. Yes, this is your belief system that have forged that, or atrocities, whatever you might want to call it. This is the experience you wanted. And now, as you and your veil of forgetting are gradually lifting, maybe not for all, but this is the beauty of the diversity. But the diversity is not segregation. You are still connected to every one of you, because you make up the all. Now, with regards to the various information that you receive, so to speak, or are open to for further expansion, these are actually, as such, not consciousness fields that are separated from yourselves. No, they are all you. They are all you because you're so vast. You have so many experiences, or in your language, lifetimes. Not only in this construct, because you shape this, you manifest this. You co-create this. So you have set yourselves a system of growth, so to speak. Let us say, like a vast menu where everybody finds their perfect pick, so to speak, their perfect meal on a large buffet. So you have created yourself your own buffet. Within that buffet, you have an array of food and flavors. And all of these different foods and flavors please you. This is exactly what is happening for the moment, as you are moving away from separation towards more place of unity, or let us say that there is the need now more than ever. But these are just larger cycles or rotations where you are at. You just experience it as the first time. And this is the importance, because when you experience an experience for the first time, it is ever so fresh. And as you feel budding, let us say, within this greater and bigger self that you are, the need to expand, you as such attract to yourself the right type of information. Your information might not be congruent with somebody else's, as you all in the end are coming back to the same, to the all, to what you might term source. That's the most important thing. There is no different agenda in these different consciousness fields. They are not separate. They have simply a different, let us say, frequency, vibration, and energy that create a rapport with you, a frequency match. But in the end of the day, they are all you. There is no separation between Pleiadians, Sirians, Arcturians, Andromedans, etc., etc. These are just simply tags or labels that you wanted to create. You could call it that, for example, you could give it a completely different name. You could just name it by its frequency, by its color, by its photonic spin, by what it is. But they're all you, because you're part of the all. You just, where you are at now, in the now, you feel that this is more congruent than another message. In the end, you will integrate all of the messages because they are part of the all. They are just simply different frequency waves that you respond to, that come to you because you requested it. You shall never underestimate the power of you requesting, because nothing is without you. This is simply the hard and tangible world that you created yourself to have this amazing experience in. We've been repeating this over and over again. So now, no matter what information you are receiving, it is just the information or transmission or channeling, whatever you might want to call it, within your particular paradigm or your construct. Is just the right flavor, so to speak. It is just the right information that you have brought to yourself. You did not need to go out to fetch it, so to speak. It is a reciprocal process. That is your frequency match. And so you go through, let us say, cycle to cycle. Within a cycle, there are many mini cycles. If you are as such honest with yourself and you look back in your linear time construct and you try to remember from year to year who you were, you suddenly start to sense and experience and feel that maybe the who you were a year ago, 2 years ago, is not who you are now, but they are all you. You just needed at the time. And this is not born out of a victim mentality. It was just a need to expand, and you as such brought the right information to yourself so you can expand further. Expand further as such, or connect into this greater and vaster all, as you are already perfect. But you have sought yourself and constructed yourself this particular construct now that is built on segregation and very, very different belief systems that you're growing out of gradually. Everything is as such in this moment of the now on the move, so to speak, with your terminology. And as you are as such moving, you're not moving in a straight line, as you simply are connecting further and further to who you truly are, as you felt so separate. You are finding as such what you might term the answers within the stars, but the stars are you, you are the stars. There are as such no stars. You built them, you built the most incredibly beautiful, let us say, worlds. And within these worlds, there are the worlds. The number is infinitely endless, as you are infinite. There is nothing finite. Not even death is finite. It is simply stepping over the threshold. You are still you. There is no change, so to speak. We'd like to conclude this particular channeling and transmission. We are the makers, and creation is love, and we love you so much. Goodbye.
Hey everybody, it's me again. So I did my channeling and then I put it together with Yara's and an introduction and all that good stuff. And when I went to export it, something happened and just my piece got corrupted. And since I'd already said that we do this blind, and immediately after I did mine, I watched Yara's, so I don't want to do it again. So I just sort of wrote down all the things that I could remember that they said, and I'll just have to tell you about it. And that's just the way it is. I don't know why that happened. Maybe the way I'm going to explain it is better than they channeled it or something. Who knows? Anyway, so here's what they had said when I channeled. So they said, first of all, we all of us align with different types of beings because we are all different types of beings embodied in human form. And so there's just like there are certain groups that we're going to resonate with. Each one, well, not every single one is different, but there'll be some that resonate more with Pleiadians and some more with Arcturians, and they mentioned Andromedans, and then they mentioned fairies and earth spirits. I'll get to that in a second, because first they said, I'm not sure what order this was in, honestly, but I jotted down all the notes. So they said sort of the purpose or agenda for the Arcturians, the type of Arcturians that I channel, which are non-physical collective, is that they're trying to help us reconnect with our natural abilities, so that we can create with them while we're embodied on Earth. And they said, we can do all these things already. It's just that we haven't learned how to do them while we're here. So we have to be taught or sort of reminded how to do them, how to be conscious creators is what they said. And that they also said the benefit to them is that since we're all connected, anything that benefits us as far as information or experience also benefits them. I mean, we're all essentially the same. We're all the same. We're all just drops in the same ocean, essentially. Okay, and then the thing they said about the fairies or earth aligned spirits was that, okay, so those beings would be aligned with the earth itself or the earth systems, like water systems or plant systems or trees or whatever. So all of those sort of spirits are aligned with that. And so those beings who are embodied in the physical, who are also sort of maybe a part of that or similar to that, are the ones who are going to resonate and channel those sort of energies. Okay, so they said so many beings are there's also a class of beings who, okay, so the earth spirits are like the spirity, but they're associated with earth. So they're sort of like etheric, maybe other dimensional, but they're associated with earth. And then there are like the Arcturian non-physical beings who are outside of earth. They're not part of earth. They're outside of here. They're a consciousness collective. And then there are those who are embodied and they're interacting with us on earth, but they're not on earth. So this would be like, I'm assuming something like the Galactic Federation, aliens on spaceships. Some look human, some don't. So they're embodied, they're in the physical, but they're not part of Earth. They don't live on Earth. And and stuff. So that's another group that they talked about. Let's see, what did they say about what their agenda was? They said something about, we ask for interaction with them and we ask for information from them, but what they get from us is they get our earth-based perspective because they don't really have that. They don't really understand that. And so through interacting with us, they get that perspective, which they wouldn't get otherwise because they don't live here. They didn't grow up here and they're not having to exist here. I didn't even write that on my notes. So, oh yeah, I did. Earth-based experience. Okay. So also they showed me there are so many different types of beings that are just waiting to interact with us if we want. And we're all connected. I mean, there's nothing separate. There's no real separate groups. It's all of it. All of it is like one big collective of experience that's all related, sort of. And there's, if you ask, you can channel whoever you're resonating more with, or who, whatever your sort of, I don't want to say your soul type, but whatever your frequency or vibration resonates more with is who you will connect with in order to gain experience and information. I think that's how they put it. And then the last thing they said, wait a minute, this says something about their an agenda. I don't know why I wrote this. Agenda, frequency, vibrational match to you so they can interact. I don't have any memory of what that means. I guess it's what I just said. Okay. And the last thing they said is not their advice to us is not to limit ourselves, to request more info and experience of our wildest dreams. So don't limit ourselves to what we think we can get from any particular group or being, but just open wide, and anything, unless you want a bad experience, I don't know why you would, but open yourself to any benevolent, positive experience and positive information that you're capable of resonating with or vibrating as a match to, that you can get. And they're happy to, connect in with that and give us whatever information and help us achieve any experience we want. So anyway, that's it. And, and then after I looked at Yara's, I thought, it's this similar theme about frequency and vibration matching and lots of other stuff. Anyway, it's very interesting. I'm so sorry. I'm so sad that I lost that chunk. New laptop, new editing software. First time I used it. So, and I will save a copy of this. So I will have to, actually, I will save a copy of all of the sections somewhere else first, and then I'll try to put it together again. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, post them in the comments. I'll try to clarify more if anybody has questions, and I'm sure Yara would too. Anyway, much love to everybody, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.